puso before we start?
Yeah.
Why not?
Mm.
Give me puso
Yeah.
for good luck.
Welcome.
Welcome, Innovatology Nation.
It's only for the most motivated innovatologists today. Welcome to our special exercise with us at 5 a.m.
Yay.
We can start to be 5 a.m.
No, I haven't read that book yet, 5 a.m. Club.
I started
Yeah.
to
Did you
listen.
finish it?
I mean, like, the only message like he tries to tell you, I think, is that you should wake up at 7 a.m.
Wake up at 7. The book is not called Wake Up at 7.
Exactly. We will be talking today about what ChatGPT is and how we are using it in our daily lives. But also, we will be mentioning challenges that the ethics may bring.
Yeah.
Chat-GPT is one of many. GPT is actually an abbreviation which stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. A neural network tapping into multiple algorithms. ChatGPT, however, is the first one of its kind, or at least the first one that really got distributed to a broader audience, seeing the evolution of artificial intelligence in our daily lives. Before ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, I think for most people, it was just about robots dominating our lives. We have to see AI as an interesting tool that generates value for us.
So, what do you think about ChatGPT?
I think that this is a really revolution tool. It's still like quite far away from what is perfect to artificial intelligence. But I think that the ChatGPT is a really great tool, which provided to the people to see what artificial intelligence can be capable of. Until we had the ChatGPT, we were not really aware of what the AI is. We were talking about the AI a lot. We were talking about the ethics and challenges, but we didn't know how tangible it is until ChatGPT came, which was the tangible tool that everybody could start to use. Now you don't say, I will Google it. You today say, I will ChatGPT it. Do you remember what was your first experience with ChatGPT?
To be honest, I don't know because it's like asking me what is the first thing that I Googled. I saw it earlier on, but I didn't really think about using it for personal use until I met you. Like you showed me how to unlock its full potential for both professional and personal questions. That you can actually use it to be more effective in delivering output. That's what you showed me. But I already knew that it existed before. I thought ChatGPT was just like a website, a nice gadget, but not something practical yet. But you actually showed me how to leverage it.
Mhm. Nice.
So how are you actually using it?
I take it as a personal assistant every time when I, for example, have to think more than 5 seconds about something. For example, write a really difficult email. One hack which actually changed the whole game of my workload is that humans have one disadvantage, and it's that we are driven by emotions. And GPT is actually helping me to, for example, reduce the emotions in my working life. ChatGPT will always translate it in a good ethical way. I think on the professional manner is a really interesting tool, but we should not get brain drained by it. For example, Jim Kwik, he wrote a book which is Limitless, and he was triggered by, for example, people being in a restaurant. They had to pay the bill, which was, I don't know, 156 euros, and they put into the calculator divided by 10. It's not that the humans' brains are lazy. It's because people are lazy that we know how to, for example, divide by 10 without actually using the calculator. But for us, it's more comfortable because we don't need to think that we as a humans, we should not use the artificial intelligence to actually decrease our own intelligence. We should always keep the critical mindset and use it as addition to our lives. We should still like be thinking actually.
Should be like a co-pilot in our lives, not as the pilot, enhancing inspiration. And this is exactly what ChatGPT does. Which other generative AI tools have you already used?
Well, my favorite right now is the captions, which is actually putting voice to text, but it also gives you, for example, AI trimming, AI zooming, and it's one of the best tools to give the spark to the videos. Other than this, I think that most of the software, they usually already accommodated at some point the AI. So we are actually using the AI without sometimes noticing it. Like for example, Duolingo is also using the AI,
Yeah.
which you are playing every day. So nowadays you use the AI without even noticing. I see really ChatGPT as the old computer where the evolution started, but they also should not overslept as, for example, Nokia. They should keep up with their innovation in the sense that other game players can overthrown.
It'll have to be because recently Elon Musk announced his own AI company again, XAI. And then you also have Apple that announced Apple GPT. You also still have Google with their Bard. So yeah, there's a lot of players I think that will come with their own AI model. So it will be very interesting to see what will be the difference between each of them. Whether one model will dominate them all or if all models will play a certain role at some point. I'm very curious, to be honest. The question I have in my mind, which will be the new Google? Because indeed, as you mentioned it, right now we say, let's ChatGPT it. But will that remain the case? We know that ChatGPT helps accelerate and increase our effectiveness. We created our logo through DAL-E. So it's an AI-generated image of a monkey on a spaceship. And it was pretty cool. It took some iterations, took some work to fine-tune to what we really wanted. But the result I was quite happy with.
Yeah, I also really like it. For now, it serves as our logo because you can imagine that when you have many projects aside, then you don't have time to, for example, develop the logo within how many hours or even minutes?
I think it
30
took like
minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
We were having like an Aperol Spritz and then just scrolling through it. You were like, this I like, this I don't like. Then we enriched that image further and you were like typing on the screen and I was drinking my Aperol.
It needed the human touch.
The human intervention,
Yes.
to make it even better.
And it was after our 1 month of not drinking.
Ah, yeah.
So,
it was our first drink after
1 month. So we get tipsy, like, and then we were playing with the DALI.
But what are like the challenges that we foresee with generative AI models?
I think that one of the biggest challenges that I faced was you cannot just copy paste it because there is missing the human touch. So you should definitely see it as a tool and not just like something that you mindlessly copy pasting it.
So we can't just take it like a single source of truth.
Yeah, no, definitely not. And also we have the different dilemmas where people even trust sometimes. You have also disinformation. It should not be exactly the only main source. You then have to maybe even double check on Google, on the traditional sources, and use it as addition.
Yeah. Critical thinking remains super important for us as humans. To be able to understand what is being provided to you and then select from that information what you actually want to share further or continue to use.
Mm-hmm. I have to say that it's not really good sitting here on the stone. It's baby.
Hey, Innovatology Nation, we're gonna take you on an adventure. Let's go!
This was not wise.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to be quick. Hello, Innovatology Nation.
Welcome to the sea! Today we're going to talk about ChatGPT.
It's one of the first artificial intelligence that started to be tangible for the people. So until then, people knew and spoke about artificial intelligence, but we didn't know how to deal with it. And ChatGPT brought us this kind of experience. However, I see ChatGPT as a really early age of evolution, something like Nokia.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so the ChatGPT, how do I use it in the daily life? It's some kind of my personal assistant. So I use it at work. I use it also for my personal purposes because the difference between human and the machine or artificial intelligence is that people are usually putting emotions.
What kind of emotions?
I mean, like for example, people just get you mad or get you crazy, and then you need to deal with it. However, for example, ChatGPT doesn't have emotions, so I'm using ChatGPT mainly to mitigate my human emotions, especially like when I'm getting crazy about someone at work, I'm just putting ChatGPT to actually make it more passive. So
Only at work?
yeah, I didn't use it with you. I want you to drown in my emotions. You should know me for 100%.
I will drown in the sea.
Soon, yes.
Mayday! 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 The SS Innovatology is sinking. We're sinking. We're doing our best to stay afloat, but send help. ChatGPT is really helping me on my daily job as well, helping me get some basic technical information so I can drive discussions with my experts and enable ourselves to make the right decisions. So as such, I really think AI tool is like a co-pilot, enabling us.
I think that if you would ask ChatGPT if you should record video on the BBC,
And ChatGPT would not tell us to not do it because
we are doing on a woman.
ChatGPT does not have an opinion about this. We're really not getting anywhere.
Yes, this is big. This is big.
Float! I mean, swim! Oh my god, how are we gonna get back? How did we even end up here?
I want to be authentic.
We are now authentic. We're not gonna get there.
Yeah, by the way, guys, follow us on Instagram because there will be a competition.
Give us some ideas where we should build our studio. It's amazing. We've tried to make a vlog over the past couple of days. First, we hiked at 5 a.m., joining the 5 a.m. club. Waking up at 5 a.m. is not our thing. I am a morning person, but 5 a.m. is way too early.
Yeah, complaining here.
Marie is definitely not a morning person.
I have a stone in my ass.
Yeah, I put it there.
Yeah.
Because I like to put things in your ass. Then we tried to conquer the seas because we thought it was an amazing idea. But now we also need your help for our next studio. Where do you want us to go to?
Like go on Instagram so you can also give us like to what kind of studio is the best for you. I wanted to also say something interesting about the AI that I forgot on the sea because I was also focusing a lot. I actually had an idea about AI and ChatGPT because when I showed it, for example, to my colleague who is doing social media, he actually saw a big opportunity in it that now he can have more clients because it's not that time consuming for me anymore and I can take on the board more opportunities for me. However, even though we are using the artificial intelligence, you always have to have the double check of the human and to try to be as authentic as possible. So I see a big opportunity for other people in the field who can actually take and leverage the disadvantages of ChatGPT. The freelancers, they can take on the board more people if they get to use to ChatGPT because then we are now entering a new phase where now is the time to actually leverage the AI and it's the new internet.
So use it to its best potential, but keep your own self, your authentic self.
Exactly.
As you can see, right now the value of my life is at the sea with my girlfriend. I'm super happy that we managed to survive our interesting journey on the sea. It was super wavy. I hope you enjoyed the ride together with us.
Because the only fan you need is me.